Hi and welcome back to Life, the Universe and Music. I'm Craig Westwood. In the previous episode I explained how I came to the conclusion that to make my music into a commercial product that I'd have to seek help improving the production values of my music. So I joined the UK Musicians Union, and amongst the MU and other similar sites I found an ad for an artist development company in Leeds. 360 Artist Development. Nice couple of guys, Matthew and Andrew. We met one afternoon at the beginning of April 2016. I'd sent them a few snippets of tracks that I'd recorded in Logic Pro, mainly songs rather than instrumentals, because I thought they could help me across the board, mostly with refining my recording and mixing skills. And I explained that I had gaps in my knowledge, that I needed to learn better production values, and I wanted to make a more saleable and finished product. So on the 13th of April 2016, I signed up for a year's contract for artist development. The agreement was for me to relearn recording and mixing, address some of the gaps of my knowledge there, strengthen my singing voice with some singing lessons, and also offered was some performance coaching sessions with Andrew. And ultimately for Matthew to mix and produce 5 completed studio tracks for me in his home studio, especially to include some real drums that we discussed and not sampled drums like I'd been using in all my demos. We started with some singing lessons with Matthew. I was taught firstly how to warm up my voice, something I'd never done before. I learnt a lot here. Particularly I found that before doing warm-ups, especially at the top of my range, I'd be fine reaching the high notes one day and then not on another. Anyway, after a few weeks doing these warm-ups, I found that I could get those high notes pretty consistently. And after doing this for a few weeks, I could get even beyond that. Not only that, but I found my voice was getting stronger too. I also learnt, because it was the first thing we covered, was that I'm a bass baritone. That's something quite fundamental, really. It made me realise why a lot of pop songs naturally don't suit me, and why, like you do, singing along in the car, why I'd often be singing the harmony line and not the lead. Part of Matthew's timetable outlined was a number of recording sessions, and I have to admit I was expecting to join in on those sessions when it came to recording. So I was texting, when are these sessions going to happen? I think they were surprised when I asked, should I bring my guitars? They said, no, you're not needed. Andrew's recording all the guitars. Turns out they were used to recording all the instruments themselves or hiring session players for all their other acts. They didn't normally deal with songwriters like me that were more hands-on. They weren't even expecting me to play. Wow, that was a blow, I must admit. I didn't want to be left out of the session. I wanted to learn how it was all done properly, get involved, not be sat at home while it was all done for me. I finally got what I wanted, and I got to sit in on that first session. They started with a recent song I'd written and recorded called Watching the Rain. I was asked to supply my original tracks as scratch tracks that I'd done in Logic Pro. And here's a bit of the original demo I recorded. So this is the original version. It's just 8 tracks.
To explain the things I do, it's the price you have to pay.
2 vocals, lead and 1 harmony.
For moments you can only dream of.
Drums are 3 808 samples. The guitar is my nylon string Walden, DI because that's how I did it then.
Never thought to mention why you were gone and so am I, watching the rain.
And I just got East-West symphonic strings, brilliant. Solo cello and violas that is building towards the end. Andrew was going to record all the guitar parts, but we actually found, because my playing style was different and difficult to replicate, I think, that I ended up being asked to record those parts myself. But what opened my eyes in that first session was just how many fills and layers of guitar Andrew added on top. These really started to give the song extra depth, in my opinion. And also during the session, I could see how they were using their microphones, how they positioned them, which mics they used, because I'm a bit of a gear nerd too, so I was keen to see what equipment they had, how they used it, why they used it, and what gear I might need in future to improve my own setup. So along with this, there were also going to be sessions in stagecraft or performance coaching, and recording and mixing sessions as well. These I will cover in the forthcoming videos. I'm interested to hear any comments you may have or any questions. Please let me know in the comments below. And of course, please like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. And hit the bell button if you want to be notified when the next video is out. Until then, cheers my dears.
Now the rain comes down instead, like the moments you can only dream of.